What's up, boys? Taking a look at some more NBA player props today over on PrizePicks. This video applies to PrizePicks, but also other player prop websites out there and sportsbooks out there. We are currently on a 10-3 run. If you want to stretch it out to the day before that, we are currently on a 13-4-1 run. Unfortunately, yesterday for the video, though, LeBron ended up missing his 26.5 points. He had 21 going into the third quarter, only took one shot attempt in the fourth quarter. That is called a bad beat. We're going to keep it going, though. It was a short slate yesterday, and usually those are a little bit tougher, but we have a pretty solid slate today with about 11 games, I do believe. So we're going to dive in and take a look at some of my favorite player props today over on PrizePicks. If you are not yet on PrizePicks, they do tons and tons of promos all the time. I think we've gotten like a promo every single day, like so far this week. I could be completely wrong, but we definitely had one today. We had one yesterday and the day before that. So right now we have a free square over on PrizePicks, by the way, Justin Herbert at half a passing yard. So again, the link is down in my description below if you do want to join PrizePicks, or you can just download it right off the App Store or the Android store and just use my code DOMG when you do sign up, and that will get you a 100% deposit match up to $100. Very, very solid payouts as well over on PrizePicks. Make sure you subscribe, have those post notifications on, and real quick before we do hop in, final thing, let's take a look at the Patreon where we are on that 10-3 run and a 13-4-1 run in the last couple days here. So tons and tons of members over on the Patreon. We have over 450, I do believe. Crap ton of you guys joined yesterday, so I seriously do appreciate you guys. But here's an in-depth look at that Patreon. If you are interested in seeing every single one of my plays, check out the Patreon. The link is down in the description below. There are 3 different tiers. There's NFL, NBA, and all sports. With access to the Patreon, you guys get every single play that I play, on top of these plays being ranked by confidence level and write-ups to go with every single prop that I post. Once again, the link is down in the description below, so check it out. So all my plays and everything before tip-off will be posted over on the Patreon. So if you want to join, again, the link is down in my description below, and let's hop in and take a look at this PrizePicks board. So pretty solid slate today. Like I said, we have about 11 games, I do believe, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my train right here. So this is the guy I've been riding for a lot of games, and he has really not let me down, if at all this season, honestly. I don't know if I've ever missed this prop with him, maybe one time, and I like Domantas Sabonis over 6 assists. Now this matchup is going to be very, very tough. Make sure you tailor your risk and always look at these more on your own. This is going to be kind of a test for Sabonis here because he's facing Milwaukee. He's facing Milwaukee here, and Milwaukee is known for not giving up too many assists, especially this season. If you take a look at the assists that they're giving up so far this season, they're allowing the least amount per game right there, allowing 4.23 to like every position just as a total. If you take a look at the center, though, it gets a little bit easier. If you take a look here and how they rank among other teams, you're still in the bottom right there, allowing probably the 10th least amount of assists per game to the center position. So this will be a very, very tough matchup. Keep that in mind with Domantas right here. But if you take a look at his game log is very, very, very solid right here. He's only missed this prop one time in his last 17 games. One time in his last 17 games. So he's going off a game with just 10 assists last time against the Bulls right there. Otherwise, he had 6 against the Clippers, 7 against the Pacers, 10 against the Suns. So even in some of those tougher matchups like the Suns, he has been able to go over this prop. He had 10 assists against the Suns, who are giving up the 5th least amount of assists per game, at least as a total. If we take a look at the center, they're giving up a little bit more, I would say, especially to the center. But yeah, I really like the spot here for Domantas here against the Milwaukee Bucks. Even with it being a very, very tough matchup, he's just been a very, very consistent player. Again, he has missed this only one time in the last 17 games. So let's take a look at the odds on this prop right here. So the odds are not anything too crazy with this one either. It was the same thing last game, though. He's like about a plus 110 to go over 6.5, I do believe, and he dropped 10 against the Bulls right there. And the Bulls were a very, very good matchup. I absolutely hammered Sabonis last time, I do believe, but he's like a plus 110 again to go over 6.5. Minus 104 on some sites, but pretty much a plus 110 across the board to go over 6.5. So the odds are not necessarily on your side. I do like, though, with it being at 6, with him being at 6 assists. Again, he's missed this only one time in his last 17. That miss, by the way, was against the San Antonio Spurs right there. 32 minutes, he just really did not get it done. I don't know what was really happening in this game and why he really missed this one right there, because he still got 32 minutes, but he just did not want to pass the ball against the Spurs for whatever reason too. It wasn't a terrible matchup either, but I do like the spot here for Domantas. I think he can get it done here against the Milwaukee Bucks. Very, very, very consistent player. Easily one of my favorite players to make entries with is his assist prop right there, and I've been playing it week after week after week, and it has really not let me down. So that is my train right there, is Domantas over 6 assists right there against the Milwaukee Bucks. We're going to dive in now, and we're going to take a look at some other things here. We'll start with the NBA, but I also have some college basketball at the end for you guys if it is available in your state. College basketball is not available in every single state, so I'm going to stick with the NBA right here. I'm just going to cover some leans and things like that real quick. So Giannis here over 30.5 points is definitely pretty solid when it comes to the odds. He's been killing this pretty recently. He's facing the Sacramento Kings. But if you take a look at the first half here, he's kind of let down in this first half. Even with him being who's been killing it this year, his first half, he's kind of started out a little bit slow in the first half, wherever his prop is right here. He's kind of started out a little bit slow in the first half right here. You can see he's only hit this in a couple of games. I believe he's only been over this prop with his first half points in like 5 games this season, I do believe. I think he's only gone over 15.5 first half points here in 5 games this season. So that is somewhat of a lean right there for me. Although I do kind of like his over of 30.5 full game, but his under of 15.5 for the first half. So kind of weird how that kind of shakes out right there. But there's some other things that are interesting. Paolo right here, over 19.5 points is pretty solid. He's been at 20.5 on some other sites. I just don't like the matchup against the Clippers, really, especially when it comes to the small forward. They just really are not giving up too many small forward points, allowing the least amount actually per game to the small forward. So I'm kind of staying away from him, but I do kind of like it at the same time for 19.5. I'm just not the biggest fan of the matchup, so I will not be playing him right there over 19.5 points. Trae Young as well. Trae Young over 26.5 I think is a pretty solid look as well. Trae Young, him going back to the Knicks, of course. I do like the spot for him right there at 26.5, but I don't know. I'm just not really that big of a fan of this one. He missed it last time against them, but I'm still a big fan of it. It's just kind of like a lean for me. I'm not going to be playing it. I also like his assists as well, though, at 9. So his assists at 9, I think, could be very, very solid. He's been killing this lately. However, he has been under this in the last 4 times he has faced the Knicks. He's been under 9 assists. Although the odds are very, very solid on this prop, in my opinion, and he has been killing this one recently and really just all of the season. So those are some of my leans right there. Giannis over 30.5, under 15.5 first half. I like Paolo a little bit over 19.5. I like Trae Young over points of 26.5, and I like his assists over 9 as well. So just a couple of leans right there if you're interested in any of those. Kind of my thoughts right there. But we're not over to some college basketball here. College basketball has a lot of edge. College basketball has a lot of edge. This is included for free with my NBA tier over on the Patreon, and the All Sports tier, and the highest tier as well. So we're going to dive in though and take a look at this right here. So there's a little bit of edge that I want to show you guys here. So actually they just bumped it. Okay. So Castleton at Patreon was able to get him in for a while. Under 8 rebounds. This has been bumped down to 7.5. I like Colin Castleton here. Under 7.5 rebounds, and actually my other prop got bumped as well because I liked Sanogo right here under 7.5 rebounds, and he got bumped down to 6.5. So I was going to give you guys this in this video, but unfortunately Castleton and Sanogo both got bumped for college basketball right here. So Patreon members were able to lock that in, got a half a rebound bump right there and a 1 rebound bump right there. So definitely was able to get a little bit of value right there with the college basketball board, but unfortunately was not able to get it to you guys in today's video because they ended up bumping it down because it was such an odd discrepancy. So hopefully Patreon members should have been able to get that one in, hopefully. But that's what I kind of like for the NBA slate. Give you guys a lot of my leans. My main play, though, is going to be DeMontis over 6 assists. And I will be dropping likely another official play down in my comment section below. So check out the comment section below if you guys are watching this video right now. Especially if you're watching a little bit later in the day, I should have another official play for you guys down in my comment section below. I just want to work through some other things, not try to rush anything like that. Just got to make sure everything is set in stone, But hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, remember all the links are down in my description below, whether that's the prizepicks link, if you guys want to claim that 100% deposit match up to $100 using my code DOMG, you guys can do that. Also, the Patreon link is down in my description below if you want to see everything that I run in a given night. So that is over on the Patreon. Tons of members. I think we have over, like I said, 450 members, which is insane. So seriously, do appreciate you guys. Subscribe, leave a like on the video, all that different stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys. Best of luck tonight. Tail at your own risk.